welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs and Fuego. We're documenting the journey of amazing
this guy
entrepreneurs right here. Bryan,
how
you doing, my man?
Good. It's good to see you.
Good. I'm going to get right into it because we got props, we got all sorts of things, and you're like the head honcho of Inventors of America. And
No, don't get that carried away.
tell us what you're a head honcho of.
Recently I was appointed the board president position of the Inventors Association of Arizona. It's been around, started in Tucson about 15 years ago. Been in the Valley now, up north here, I think the last 10 years. And through a networking organization,
right,
somebody knew me from a product that I developed with my brothers and said, hey, you'd be a great speaker. So I went in and I spoke, gave the 2-hour lecture about our product and all the things we went through to educate all those inventors. And then from there, loved it, joined so I could participate, I could help. The executive director saw something in me like most of my bosses have seen of me and other people that I've worked with and said, hey, you should be a board member. I said, okay. And then all of a sudden I became the board president.
And the next thing you know, man, you're running the Inventors thing.
Yeah.
But that's just part of what you do because you're like the master networker because you know people who know people who know people, and you run into people. In fact, there was a previous guest here, my main man from Thimble.
Yes.
An amazing app.
Corey.
Yes. You met him 2 days ago.
I did.
So I don't think that there's anybody here in Phoenix that means something that you do not know.
Well, Phoenix is a big place. When I say that I know people, there's still a lot of people I don't know. Although, with the last name like Lifshitz, go ahead and laugh. I've heard all of it. Lifshitz. Don't be afraid. I got young girls I got to teach that. They're going through school now. So I've grown up with it. And, the goal is making a name for yourself. I want to see my name on the side of a building because it's funny. I think it'd be hilarious. So.
But here's what happens with you though, is that you're able to take something that is so personal for you and make light of it, get that elephant out of the room. Let's talk business.
Exactly.
Let's talk business. What did you invent that is so amazing that there's on magazines and everything else? I mean, this is really spectacular.
The piggyback rider. So the idea behind it is it's a backpack and a harness to carry older children. My brothers and I created it a couple of years ago. Here's kind of a nice zoom-in photo. You can look at it, Francisco. But the whole idea is to carry older kids, like a traditional piggyback ride, but with support. You get to stand up, your hands free, and the tour, the adventure goes a lot longer and it's a lot more fun. Without going into the depth of it, my middle brother kind of created the idea. My older brother said, I can do better than you. And then they came to me and said, we need your help. And so the rest is history. 6 years later, we've won 15 awards. We've done 20 plus trade shows. We're selling around the world. We're on version number 6. So the
kids are well balanced, and you don't seem strained. That looks you. Yeah, that's you. Right?
That's me and my daughter.
Your brother.
Yep.
And so you don't look strained at all. I mean, you look like very comfortable, and the kids, of course, are having a heck of a time right up there riding with Dad.
Correct.
Amazing.
And safety is number one key.
Yeah.
This is the harness that the child wears. It attaches right here to the backpack so they can't fall off.
Right.
When my brothers brought me the product, I said, I'm not getting involved until there's safety. That's a concern. We developed this when we came out with the product. It was an overnight success. And we all know this magazine, OK Magazine, one of the favorites. We didn't even pay for this, but this is the third version. That's Liev Schreiber and Naomi Watts, New York City, using our product. We didn't pay a dime for it. We opened the magazine one day and we're like, whoa, that is quite the thing. And they've got our name somewhere here really, really big in one of these piggyback rider as they learned about our product, correct.
And it says, Sasha rode on one of those new piggyback rider harnesses.
Correct.
There is you.
And Liev loves these little products and gadgets, and when you find the right person, they help you out. So we've had a lot of success, a lot of fun, met a lot of crazy people. Been to China a couple of times for our manufacturer. So the quick and the short is, what did we invent? We invented the world's first and only standing child carrier. Since we've developed it, we've seen some knockoffs come on the market. Nothing compares to ours. We're patented in the US, Australia, and China. And right now it's an online business because that's the world we live in. So that's one of the things that I manage on a day-to-day basis.
Is this product,
yes.
How do you come up with all these things? Do you stay awake at night? What do? You take
yeah.
You drink a lot of coffee?
No, it's just in the
Red Bulls, and you just go.
It's in the Lifshitz genes. It's in our genes. You know, we don't ever shut down, sit down, be quiet. There's always ideas. I got 2 older brothers. All growing up, it's ideas. You know, who's better. Now, because we're professionals, we've got experience, it's just even more than that. My brother is a neuroscientist, a research doctor in neuroscience. When he comes up with ideas, sometimes I laugh and think, man, that's silly. And then I come up with something simple and he goes, hey, that's a good idea, let's do that. And so now we're building our team, a family team of creating ideas. But really the root of it, as my 5-year-old pointed out to me when I asked her about a year ago, what does Dad do for a living? And she said, you help people. And I said, wow, cool. My 5-year-old knows that I help people. Even though she sees my creativity and the ideas and all that stuff, at the end of the day, I love helping people.
But Bryan, in addition to being creative and helping other creatives,
sure.
You are a human network. You're a human connector.
Yes.
And you help people.
I do the best that I can. I listen.
Yep.
I met my wife when I was 19. One of the things she's taught me for the last number of years, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Do more listening than you do talking. All growing up, because I'm the youngest of 3, I was never heard. So kind of my motto is be seen, be heard, be remembered, in the sense of I want to help businesses, people's products, services get to that next level, to be seen, be heard, and be remembered, because I was constantly told to shut up, sit down, be quiet, nobody cares what you have to say, as the youngest of 3. So that has catapulted me into this realm of I want to help people. I don't care how it goes, I want to connect people. If I know that somebody needs to get on this program that would help them or help you in the organization, you listen to what people say, and when you hear something, there's that little trigger that goes, wait, I got an idea. I wonder if this would work.
Do you get where a lot of people come to you and say, hey, I have this idea, what do you think?
Yeah, of course. I actually just have somebody from our Inventors Association. He's been working on it for a number of years. He said, I'm at a point where I need somebody to tell me, should I move forward? Now, that's a lot of weight on my shoulders. I'm not the professional guy to say yes or no. I mean, I don't know everything about what he's doing, but I'm willing to give some constructive criticism. While going through college, when I got my degree for graphic design and visual communications, I learned what it was like to sit in a room of 35 to 50 students, put your work up on the wall and let everybody go through your work one by one, and then let the teacher hit you at the end with all the comments, and you hope you do a wonderful job. So, I try to give some of that back. Here's how I can critique, because at the end of the day, we want to make it better. We want to be able to move you forward to the next stage. And if it's putting you in touch with somebody, a patent attorney, an agent, a lawyer, whatever, that's what I want to do.
Do you often get that guy, that person comes to you with an idea and you're like, dude, Google this because it's probably already out there?
Of course, yeah. The first thing that I tell people from my experience is, Google's free. Spend the time on Google, look at Google patents, type in whatever words, associations, phrases that you can think of that your product has to do with, and if it comes up, that's where you do your research. If you start going to page 2, 3, 4 and you're finding nothing, go find a patent agent, start getting some protection in place and get your drawings done and whatever that next step is.
Or even if it is a product that is already out there that you thought you can make it even better.
Of course.
That might be a good way to go.
Yeah, a lot of people are nervous. There's a lot of, I don't have the money, I don't have the right connections. What I'm trying to do is provide people with the ability to find the money, to find the connections, to find what they need. What I've learned is if you don't ask for help, you're not going to get help.
Why don't we ask for help? Let me ask you that.
Because you're afraid of somebody saying, I can't help you, or I don't know, or you don't know that you have the time to go research 10 different people to make the right choice. Sometimes we tend to fall on that first one. The world we live in now, thanks to social media and the connections and all that, we're relying on our peers to say, hey, Francisco, who's a good lawyer? I need this matter handled, and you're going to give me 3 or 4 people. I do the same thing with anybody that ever asks for a referral, but I say, look, you got to do your own due diligence on them, because I have no idea where they're going to take you or what you're going to do. But, I think it's that fear of asking for help. I don't know what it is in people. What I've learned with our Inventor group is I tell them, stand up and talk about your product or your service. At some point, you're going to be on a radio show, a TV show.
Ask for help.
You need that help and you need the guidance. And my experiences are different than your experiences, but we both could probably sit down with somebody and provide 10 good nuggets of information to make an amazing interview that could catapult them to the next level.
That's great advice. What's the best advice you ever got?
Oh boy, that's tough. Really, I think it's from my wife. It's that 2 ears, 1 mouth. The last 6 years of the networking that I've been doing, I don't advertise my business anywhere, so it's all word of mouth. I've learned I do right by people, they refer me more business. If I do a good job for them, my work speaks for itself and I get those referrals. But listening to clients and helping them with their needs and then being able to put them in touch with the right people, they come back to me with, hey, I need another favor, I need another person, I need another whatever it is. And again, I just want to help.
I have extra large ears,
yes.
so I
no. Can you move them? Check this out, watch. No, seriously.
Oh, you can move them. Look at that.
Now, if I concentrate, but we don't have time, I can actually wiggle just the tips of my ears, which my daughters find crazy. I know, weird stuff.
I think that we should do like a Ripley's Believe It or Not show between you and me. Me the size of your ears and you wiggling your stuff, man.
Yeah.
You're the man. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And look, the sad part about this show is that we only have so many minutes
Sure.
to tell your story.
Sure.
But it sounds to me like if you got all these things going on, you're going to have to come back and tell us a lot more.
Look at this guy, right?
Who is that?
This is me. But which is the real me? That's the question, right?
Right.
So to give you a quick, this is the real me, but that's a real me 3D print cutout.
No.
I couldn't have make it to an award event where I was being nominated. So I made a lifelike cutout of myself, sent it to the award show with my counterparts. Our chapter ended up winning, and the next year I showed up as a dress-up person bringing myself to the event. So I like to have fun, and I'm not afraid of nothing.
You're not the 3D cutout here.
No, I'm real. Pinch me.
No, I already touched your ear, man. That's it. That's the most contact we're ever going to have, man.
Yeah.
And with that, we're out.